Welcome to A Course in Miracles Essentials. I'm Auntie Patricia, and today we're studying Workbook lesson number 134. Let me perceive forgiveness as it is. Let us review the meaning of forgive, for it is apt to be distorted and to be perceived as something that entails an unfair sacrifice of righteous wrath, a gift unjustified and undeserved, and a complete denial of the truth. In such a view, forgiveness must be seen as mere eccentric folly, and this course appears to rest salvation on a whim. This twisted view of what forgiveness means is easily corrected when you can accept the fact that pardon is not asked for what is true. Pardon is not asked for what is true. It must be limited to what is false. It is irrelevant to everything except illusions. Truth is God's creation, and to pardon that is meaningless. All truth belongs to Him, reflects His laws, and radiates His love. Does this need pardon? How can you forgive the sinless and eternally benign? The major difficulty that you find in genuine forgiveness on your part is that you still believe you must forgive the truth and not illusions. You conceive of pardon as a vain attempt to look past what is there, to overlook the truth in an unfounded effort to deceive yourself by making an illusion true. This twisted viewpoint only reflects the hold that the idea of sin retains as yet upon your mind as you regard yourself, because you think your sins are real. You look on pardon as deception, for it is impossible to think of sin as true and not believe forgiveness is a lie. Thus is forgiveness really only a sin like all the rest. It says the truth is false and smiles on the corrupt as if they were blameless as the grass, as white as snow. It is delusional in what it thinks it can accomplish. It would see as right the plainly wrong, the loathsome as the good. Pardon is no escape in such a view. It merely is a further sign that sin is unforgivable at best, to be concealed, denied, or called another name. For pardon is treachery to truth. Guilt cannot be forgiven. If you sin, your guilt is everlasting. Those who are forgiven from the view their sins are real are pitifully mocked and twice condemned, first by themselves for what they think they did, and once again by those who pardon them. It is sin's unreality that makes forgiveness natural and wholly sane, a deep relief to those who offer it, a quiet blessing where it is received. It does not countenance illusions, but collects them lightly with a little laugh and gently lays them at the feet of truth, and there they disappear entirely. Forgiveness is the only thing that stands for truth in the illusions of the world. It sees their nothingness and looks straight through the thousand forms in which they may appear. It looks on lies, but it is not deceived. It does not heed the self-accusing shriek of sinners mad with guilt. It looks on them with quiet eyes and merely says to them, "My brother, what you think is not the truth. The strength of pardon is its honesty, which sees illusions as illusions, not as truth. It is because of this that it becomes the great restorer of the simple truth. By its ability to overlook what is not there, it opens up the way to truth, which has been blocked by dreams of guilt. Now are you free to follow in the way your true forgiveness opens up to you. For if one brother has received this gift of you, the door is open to yourself. There is a simple way to find the door to true forgiveness and perceive that it is open wide and welcome. When you feel you are tempted to accuse someone of sin in any form, do not allow your mind to dwell on what you think he did, for that is self-deception. Ask instead, would I accuse myself of doing this? In truth, is innocence the only thing there is? Forgiveness stands between illusions and the truth, between the world you see and that which lies beyond, between the hell of guilt and heaven's gate. Today we practice true forgiveness. Let us give a quarter of an hour twice today and spend it with the one who understands the meaning of forgiveness. Let us ask of him, let me perceive forgiveness as it is. Then choose one person as he will direct and list that person's sins as one by one they cross your mind. Be certain not to dwell on any one of them, but realize that you are using his offenses only to save the world from all ideas of sin. Briefly consider all the evil things you thought of him, and each time ask yourself, would I condemn myself for doing this? Let him be freed from all the thoughts you had of sin in him, and now prepare for freedom. If you have been practicing in willingness and honesty, you will sense a lifting up, a lightening of weight across your chest, a deep and certain feeling of relief. All the heavy chains you sought to lay upon your brother, you only laid upon yourself. Forgiveness should still be practiced throughout the day, for there will be many times when you forget its meaning and attack yourself. When this occurs, allow your mind to see through this illusion as you tell yourself, let me perceive forgiveness as it is. Would I accuse myself of doing this? I will not lay this chain upon myself. In everything you do, remember this. No one is crucified alone, and no one can enter heaven by himself. So thank you for coming today. Please come back tomorrow for lesson number 135.